Okay, delete, delete. Okay, guys. Um, the system, how does it work, and what is it called? My system is called the pattern recognizer. It's called the pattern recognizer because the system is able to identify change of direction candle and also be able to identify candlestick patterns. So I don't trade chart patterns. I don't trade using RSI or any indicators or all these other crazy indicators. I trade using strictly price action, candlestick movement, and also candlestick behavior. So it all, like all those 3 points kind of fall under one thing, and that's my strategy of trading. So the system, it has the power of identifying the support for you when it gives you a signal for buy, and it also has the power of identifying the resistance for you when it gives you a signal for sell. Okay, so let's first analyze our what, our buys. Okay, so let me make the screen unlive here. So guys, we are analyzing this buy here, sharp absorption, change in rate, buy entry. Okay, so when the system gives you a signal, the system gives you a signal for buy. First, as you can see, the direction that we're watching currently is buy from around 24th March to the 31st of March. So the support of this signal here is this line that moves across the whole chart here. So when it gives you a signal for buy, it identifies support. So since support has been identified, now your goal is to go and find where the candle closed, the close of the candle. Now that's what's also very important to find. It's important to find the what? The close of the candle, where the candle decided to close and stop movements. Oh my god. Where's this buy now? Since 8 March. Yo, I hate this platform, yo. Shh. Okay guys, so here are our buys. There's the buy that we wanna watch, okay? So when the system gives you a signal for buy, it leaves a what? A support for you. So I'm gonna make the support in this in this situation. I'm gonna make the support black. Okay, the support is black. The support is the support, or it's the lowest point where the candle has been. Okay, the signal candle, bear in mind. Then we identify our resistance, and our resistance is where? At the close of the candle, not at the top of the candle, but at the close of the candle. Finish. Okay, then we make that red. Okay, so now we've made that red. Okay, guys, so when you get a signal from my system, it's literally telling you that there is a candle that I've been able to identify in this trend, and the candle that I've been able to identify is this candle for a buy, and this candle is indicating to us that the market wants to buy. Okay, it's indicating to us that the market wants to buy. So therefore we find our support. If the market is buying, we find our support, and we also have to find our resistance. Our support will play a role of being our virtual stop loss, and our resistance will play the role for being our entry point, and also play the role of just being a resistance. So the red line has two functions, and the black line also has two functions. Okay, now listen to me carefully. So when you get the signal for buy, now your stop loss is by the black line. When I say virtual stop loss, it does not mean that go and put your stop loss in your trade and edit your trade and put the coordinates of the stop loss. No, it simply just means that keep the stop loss in your mind and wait and see if there will be any candle that decides to break your stop loss. And how does it break your stop loss? The candle has to be a selling candle that closes with the whole body below the support. So meaning that the body of this candle here, if it wanted to make this buy disappear or clear the signal for buy, the body of it had to be engulfed below the support or below the stop loss so that the buys may no longer be valid. So the system identifies the signal candle and the whole signal for buy and for sell is dedicated on that candle. So in between the red and the black, the resistance and the support, our direction is buy. So in between the red and the black is your opportunity to put your buys. Hear me out again. In between your red and your black is your opportunity to put as much trade as you can put. And it's also the amount of space that you have to hold your trade. Okay, in between the resistance and the support is the amount of space you have to hold your trade. And how do you confirm that your trade is no longer valid? There has to be a candle that breaks below that support. There has to be a candle that breaks below the support of the signal candle. But nothing happened. No candle was able to do that, and the signal still stayed active, and the market chose to do what? It chose to go up like it did. So likewise with the cells too. Okay, now look at this. With this cell here with the shooting star, that's our that's our resistance. Okay, but this time we're gonna make it black. Okay, now we're making our resistance black. Now we have to find the close of the candle, which is right here. So then we're gonna make this red, which will also play the role of being our support, okay, and also our entry points. Red. Okay, so now we are selling the market. So now we have to find the highest point of the market, which was right here on top where we got our signal, and the lowest point where the market closed, which is where the red line is. Okay, so in between the red and the black is your space to hold your trade. So meaning that the risk is higher here compared to the other signals you've been getting. Why? Because your trade still has enough space to move up to here so that you could still be in the consolidation. So if you're still in between the resistance and the support of your trade, you are still in consolidation. There has to be a breakout to the downside or to the upside depending on your signal. So since right now we are moving with the what? With the cells, here's our major resistance and here's our support. So here, this side, the red line will play the role of being your support and also play the role of being your entry points. And here, the black line will play the role of being your resistance and also play the role of being your virtual stop loss. So what does this mean? It means that since there's so much space in between the resistance and the support, it means that you must risk very, very low because you should expect the market to go as much as this high since you've taken or since you've took this trade because you've spotted this change of direction candle. So now the space in between the support and the resistance is the amount of loss you are willing to take on your account. So your lot sizes shouldn't be that big because the trade itself is also big. Okay, And then the market chose to do what? The market chose to go down, and it did go down, and you made your money for the sales. But you had to wait. It first went up, then it shot down. Now let's analyze the next one. Here's the resistance here, since it's a sell, and here's the support here. Now the risk is low, meaning that you guys can risk high, meaning that opportunities of you making a big loss are very low. Okay, why? Because the candle or the signal candle, it's small, meaning that you have a small amount of space to hold. So in between the support and the resistance is your space that you have to hold. Now here the red line also plays the role of being your entry point, and it also plays the role of being your what? Your support. The black line plays the role of being your resistance, and it also plays the role of being your virtual stop loss. So since we've got the signal here, sharp absorption, change in rate, entrance for sale, the space in between the black and the red is the amount of space you have to hold. And yes, definitely the market will always go back to your resistance so that it could test the highest point of the market if it wants to break it or carry on selling as the signal says sell. So over here, the opportunities of losing a lot of money or less. Now look here, at the close of the candle is the support, at the top of the candle is the resistance. So here the space you have to hold is from the support to the resistance. And as you can see, the market did exactly play in between the resistance and the support, the virtual stop loss and your entry points. So anything in between black and red, your entry point should be there. And look exactly what happened. This candle here exactly did that. It did go up to the resistance, but look what it did. It did not finish. The main word here is finish. It did not finish above the resistance. So therefore, valid as a what? It is still valid as a sell. So look what happened. The market consolidated until it took its direction to the bottom. So your virtual stop loss is here at the black line at the resistance. When I say virtual stop loss, I'm not saying that it's a stop loss you go and input on your trade. It's a virtual stop loss that you keep in your mind so that you don't close your trades when the banks are trying to eat you out. Okay, the banks will always try to eat you out. So that's why you should never put your stop loss, because it's gonna definitely chase your stop loss. So now if you let it chase your stop loss and you don't put your stop loss in your trade, you could watch it if it's gonna finish above the stop loss or if it's gonna finish below your stop loss. So you need to wait for the candle to make its decision. So if you trade in the 4 hour time frame, stick within the 4 hour time frame. If you trade in the 1 hour time frame, stick within the 1 hour time frame. Do not disobey your signals. Likewise here. So here we saw that the market came down harshly and there was this buy signal here. And look, initially there was this big candle here. Initially my direction was this. My support was here and my resistance was here. Okay, but look at this carefully. The market has not broken my what? My support and my resistance. Then yesterday the market gave me a signal here, which was Monday 15 May. Monday 15 May. I got a signal on this big long candle here. And this candle was the first candle in the 4 hour time frame. And here's the support and here's the resistance. And it has not broken that resistance. Okay? But it also hasn't broken the support, so the trade is still a buy. Now today our first candle gave us a signal for what? For buy. So now we have more opportunities of holding. The space to hold is small and the opportunity to make a lot of money is high. So I'm still holding my trades from last week Friday. I have not exited my trades. So that's how the system works. And take profits and stop loss. I explained the stop loss. The take profits, guys, it's all up to you. How much you want to make in a day, that is all up to you. The only thing the system will do, it will be able to guide you through risk management, like I just taught you, or like how I just showed you, and it will be also to help you make money on a consistent basis. That's if you are also disciplined at making the money that you need within the day, not the money you saw other traders making. So today the risk is low, as you can see. Here's the signal. We found the support and we found the resistance, and the market is still in between the resistance and the support. On this trade, the red line plays the role of being your what? Your entry point and also your resistance, and the black line plays the role of being your virtual stop loss, and it also plays the role of being your support since we buy. That's all I wanted to explain about the system, guys. If you guys are interested in my system, you guys can take my number. My number is on the screen, it's moving on the top of the video. So if you guys are interested in my system, please support me. I'm also a young trader pushing, and I'm trying to get my name out there and known. And guys, I don't charge for signals, and I also don't charge for education. And I work with one of the biggest brokers in the world. I work with FX Pro. So if you guys are interested in my signals and interested in my education will only go in bulk, meaning that I will only be teaching 200 people per time. So there will be 200 people I'll be working with for the first 6 months, 8 months, 3 months, I don't know, but I will set a time frame and everything. So my education does not go as one on one. It's free and it goes in bulk. So when I have two